So I'm Paul Braithwaite and I'm Programme Leader with the Building Change Trust. So this event is Democracy Day, and Democracy Day is a showcase of creativity and innovation about involving people in decision-making processes. It's based on a whole bunch of work we've been doing over the last few years in Northern Ireland, trying to give voluntary and community organisations support in being that go-between between the people, the general public and the state.
Citizens Assembly is an area that's really starting to come to prominence in local news, and I really enjoyed having the opportunity to pose a couple of questions to the people who know most about this, because often when you see the news on the television or on the news websites, it's really hard to direct the questions you want answers to about what their thoughts and opinions on the viability of a Citizens Assembly, what it could do, what it couldn't do, and yeah, it was a really interesting opportunity for me, and I've certainly learned a lot from it.
I think really well. People are very actually interested and engaged in this topic. Years ago, people would say to me all the time, no one's interested in democracy, that's a very boring topic, but it's actually become a very interesting and vibrant topic, and people are usually really, really engaged. I think it's important for people to understand that democracy does have, a long and very successful history, and that, people power isn't some crazy idea that only very radical people come up with. It's actually something that was practiced, for a long time by the ancient Greeks very successfully.
Well, I certainly sometimes feel here that I don't have a voice in how things are done, so it would be really great that if people could feel they had a voice, and the idea that it might stimulate democracy is fantastic as well. Just find the speakers fantastic, really interesting, full of inspiration.
Well, events like this are absolutely great. This is the sort of thing we love to do and would love to do in the future, really put our message out there. And it was great to see so many people there. Unfortunately, this is during school time, so not a lot of school children could come who we are aiming our video at. So I think more events like this would absolutely be imperative to sort of fix this pandemic of fake news, if you put it like that.
Owen Paterson, the former Secretary of State for Northern Ireland, has suggested that the Good Friday Agreement has outlived its use.
The nature of the agreement has ensured that the largest parties have never attempted to solve the problems facing ordinary people. However, I believe that it's failed on missing elements which were designed to safeguard and promote the respect of human rights.
But what always strikes me here is the attention people have for change, their engagement, their community feeling. So I find the quality of the debates here and the quality of the attention really above average. So I think you have a particularly good conjuncture to start changing things and to do really good stuff here. It's the beginning. First you have to imagine, then you can start bringing it into reality.
I've been over in Belfast today to talk about participatory budgeting, which is about giving ordinary citizens control over part of the public budget. So there is a big problem with democracy in Northern Ireland at the moment. People are very cynical about democratic processes.
The good thing about something like this is that it gets people who already have ideas, who are given the opportunity to think about them and share them.
You were not down with criminal justice reform, and maybe you cared about indigenous rights or religious freedom, then we're going to make sure that we brought experts from that field to find their intersectionality. But it was my responsibility, because what did I want? I wanted democracy in my country. I wanted to take back my rights, and I was not going to allow rights to be rolled back. We think about the next 7 generations. It's not just thinking about your own child. It's like, what are you going to leave for the next 7 generations?
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains!
Thank you, everybody, for having me.